Hey everyone, how's it going? Grinding out some uh, Zoom cash tables and a couple tournaments on full tilt today. Let's get this organized here. So this is grinded out video number 4 on our quest to build a $1,000 bankroll before reassessing our goals. Starting with $50 is what we deposited. Sorry guys, I still have that cold from the last video, so I apologize for me coughing. Deuce 4, we're going to check. I haven't played MTTs in a long time. Like, I think King Jack should probably be a shove here against a cutoff open, so I'm going to shove that. So yeah, we're up to almost $100 now in the bankroll, so let's hope we can hit here. It's a good start. Boom. Nice. So we double up in that MTT. It's perfect. And we're going to see at the top right. And we probably have the best hand here, so we're just going to go ahead and call. Yeah, so we've almost doubled our bankroll already, which is excellent. We had a good run on full tilt. Grinded that up. Jeepers. Sorry, guys. So we grinded that up to, we're going to call with 6s here. So we grinded that up to roughly like 75, I think, or 85, and then put like 35 over on a Poker Stars. So we've been grinding the Zoom tables over there. And we get shut down here, so we're going to fold. I wish I kind of called them. That sucks. Betting here, folding here, calling here. So yeah, so we did that. So now we're playing a bunch of Zoom tables on Poker Stars. I got Hold the Manager up and going now. So we'll be able to just check our graphs at the end of each session to see how we did and see where the bankroll is realistically sitting. This is an interesting spot here in the top left. I guess not so much interesting, but it's an important spot because when he checks back to that turn, he never has a king. And I don't think he value bets anything, and he definitely doesn't call anything. So I like check calling here, or well, in this case, check raising, and hope to get value out of something. But yeah, the bet when he checks back that turn, I just don't put him on a king very often because there are quite a few draws out there. He's going to be betting. I doubt he takes a bet check bet line without a king, and if he does have a king, it's probably a weak one, and there's a chance he's just he's just giving up on the hand. So he doesn't have to show. That's kind of weird. So there's a chance he's just giving up on the hand. So we kind of have to take a line that gives us the best shot at getting value, which would be, in my opinion, checking in that particular case. So obviously this guy shoves. We pick up an ace king, which is great. He's got 9s, so hopefully we can hit something, not run into a set, but we do. So that's okay. That's how she goes. Obviously calling up here. And the king 10 suited. It's not a fantastic spot to be in at a position, but we do have a lot of draw equity, and we're up against a lot of bad players. So I'm really very much okay with calling that. And we're value betting here in the top right. They're just checking here and folding here. So what did we lose? Quite a bit of chips there, unfortunately. There was a chance to take them all there. I'm surprised he shipped over top of me when I just called, to be honest. But I guess with ace-9, that's an okay play. I probably should have just rejammed my 6s, to be honest. And that would have given us, that would have isolated against him. But here we are. So the ace-jack, we're going to obviously raise it up. Folding the ace-5, folding the jack-3. So what tables do we got here? So a 750 guarantee. 175 people left in this one. And 600 guaranteed with 103 people remaining with late reg still. And another 21 minutes to go, I guess, by the looks of it. And checking here. Betting there. And betting here. It's never a terrible play. Like, whenever somebody checks to you to just bet. And I'm okay with that. And this isn't... We're obviously shoving the ace jack. Checking here. Take a free flop. Nothing for us, though. And I think I'm just going to give up in this bottom left-hand table. I don't really know what to put him on when he calls my 3-bet and then calls that flop. We certainly could potentially have the best hand with queen high. And there's definitely a possibility, given how deep stacks are, that he's called me with a really weak hand, like a small pocket pair or something like that, and then just check called that. But when he check calls that flop, I just can't really put him on a pocket pair. So, wow. Alright, that's fine. I guess that's an okay call on the flop, but if we barreled that turn, well, I don't even know what we would do. There's no real way to bluff win that hand, because he was just never folding anything. Because he had so much equity, pick up the pair on the turn, he wouldn't be folding then, because he did have the flush draw, and then the river. We probably could have got the win on the river, but I'm going to go ahead and just try to take a free flop here. Hope to catch something there in the bottom right. The MTT table. Didn't get anywhere, though. Normally, I wouldn't do that, but given my stack size, losing like 300 or 400 in chips wouldn't be the end of the world by any means, because it just doesn't change the way I can play. But if I did hit something, then I could drastically change my chip stack. So there is a lot of potential value in just going ahead and calling there. So the nines, we're probably just going to check give up. Obviously jamming here in the bottom right, fold the jack 7, and 3-betting here in the top left. And you'll notice that I'm really not going to get much in pre-flop in these Zoom tournaments because nobody, well, I shouldn't say nobody because it has happened, but when you got if you're 100 BBs deep, I have not seen anybody stack off with anything less than kings yet. And every single time I've had kings and stacked off, I've run into aces. And it's not just like, oh, I'm always going to run into aces. It's just like I've got it in like 20 times, and every single time it's been kings and aces, and I haven't run into ace king or queens yet. And I see ace king and queens a lot in like showdown pots that were just like 3-bet called. There were no 4-bet like situation kind of deal. So apparently I doubled here in this MTT in the middle, which I didn't even notice. So that's always a bonus. I guess it gets 9s and tripled up. Yeah. Or something like that anyways. What do we have? Yeah, 3K. Nice little triple up there, boys. Folded 9 of hearts, queen of diamonds. Pocket 5s. We're going to check that. So not a whole lot new going on in my life. Nothing too crazy, really. Looking to move here in the next couple months and move in with the girlfriend. So that's a step. And also I just finished up building a house, so that's coming to an end. So things for work, oh, that sucks. Work-wise are sort of slowing down for me. Oh, he does it. He dirty does it. So that shit's happening. That's slowing down a bit. Looking to move in with the girlfriend, so that's some big news. And yeah, we're just putting the grind on. So I got about, right now I have, well, that house is done. I got a couple little jobs to finish up. And then I'll be starting a big, like, 3-month trim job in early January. So I'm going to have about a week and a bit, excuse me, before that starts I'm going to go ahead and fold. Before that starts to grind some long days, try to definitely jump this bankroll up a little bit. I am going to be continuing this video on stream shortly. I'm probably going to cut this off, or on Twitch, sorry. I'll be streaming live there. Nice, win with the 8s. I like it. So I'll be streaming live there shortly. If you want to check that out, just there'll be a link in the bottom of this video. So definitely take a peek. Probably play for another 5 or 10 minutes on here and then switch over to Twitch. The 10-7, we're just going to give up there. The Ace-7, probably fold that. I'm going to raise, fold that. The 6-7-0, we're going to call, fold the Jack-Deuce, and we're going to check raise this board. The heavy is vomiting on sweat already. It is kind of questionable check raising in the ace flop, but he folds a lot because the thing is, like, I have an ace in my hand every time, or I can have, excuse me, any ace in my hand at any point in time, realistically. And so if he doesn't have the aces, he's just gonna fold there. That's kind of all there is to it. Especially when he has like a big pocket pair, people are gonna call, like, fold or call and then fold the turn to a check raise a lot, because like everybody gets that mindset though, right? Like, you have kings. The second you see an ace on the flop, you're like, oh fuck, yeah, game over. He's got an ace, and you just, you get deflated and give up on the hand. Like, and it happens a lot, and people stop reading the hand. So it is a decent spot to take advantage of. And that pot bet was a bit high. I only like to go 3 big blinds. And I pot every single hand that I play out of the under the gun. So the pot's 146. We're not quite getting 2-1, which is what we need to call with 2 overcards. We could call thinking we have the best hand, which is possible, but obviously we're not going to hero call there. If we had a little bit more equity, then there'd be more of an argument for it. So he called and then donked into me. I'm going to go ahead and call here. I'm going to go ahead and isolate up here. And I'm going to go ahead and call here. I just don't know what he's going to donk into me. So I'm just going to give up on this board. So I'm going to click it back here, because it makes it look like I'm questioning what I have. And when he clicks it back to me like that, there's a good chance he might just spew into me. He also might just call. We could burn ourselves, but he probably has kings. And I would not be surprised if I see a fold when I jam here, because I've seen it before. No, queens. All right, so that's fine. So that shit's just going in no matter what was happening. And we hold, so that's good. We got massive 3-bet here, and we're out of position, so I'm just going to go ahead and fold the 9s. Again, some of these plays could be a bit tight, a bit of a nitty fold in places, but our advantage comes post flop and being in position a lot. So playing large pots out of position is just never a good idea. So folding is perfectly fine. That's why 3-betting light, like 3-betting out of on the button, is such a massively good play, because you're in position and you're building a massive pot, and they really are not sure what to put you on in most situations like that. So it's a good play. Is kind of what I'm getting at. I'm going to call this. Our next decision is whether or not we want to float this flop here. We got 3-bet pretty large. We're either calling and then barreling turn and river, or we're just going to give up. So I think I'm just going to fold in this particular instance. So it went 4, 5, 6. It's kind of ugly. I think I'm just going to check here and see what happens on the river. Because he donked out flop and then checked turn. And now he's betting again on this ace into 2 players who both checked turn. I only have an 8. I'm going to fold. The 4-3 suited. Let's pot it up. Fold the queen 6. So I think I'll pull up my hold'em chart here for a second. I don't even know where we're sitting. So we're up a little bit in this session, so that's good. So our cash results on PokerStars so far, we played 3,500 hands. Doing pretty decent. Like, we ran it up, dropped a bit. Our red line's obviously pretty good. On a big downswing right now, though, but getting donked into like crazy. What the hell? I never know what to make of donk bets, to be honest. Obviously, we're not folding here, and obviously, we're raising up here. I'm just going to call that, and I'm probably just going to raise them on the turn and then give up. So we do have some equity obviously up here. We're just gonna keep checking. So we 3-bet and then so it went. I want to jam, to be honest, and I want to raise this. And obviously we're going 2, 3, 4. This looks like a stab to me, so I'm going to bet. I really want to jam on this guy, so I think I'm going to do that. I just don't see him having a massive pocket pair when he just floats that call, and tens is okay. Diamond. Diamond, ace, queen. Nice. I'm fine with that. Like, I'm surprised he got it in there, to be honest. And see, I wish that was ace 10. I'm gonna fold that. When he floats that, I just don't put him on a strong pocket pair very often. Especially this being Zoom poker, like I could already be out of the hand and he could have already click folded. So you don't see like the squeeze, like the look for a squeeze play as much. I guess I could say like where this guy raises and then this guy has aces and he calls looking for me out of one of the big blinds or small blinds to make a 3-bet and then he can come back over the top and then I can question because he knows I'd make a squeeze play, blah, 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 and it goes back and forth. You just don't see it as often in Zoom poker games. So I would put him on a hand kind of like, I was sort of scared of ace king, but tens jacks, like ace jack even, like a weak hand where he's just kind of making a play with. Smaller pocket pairs, that kind of stuff is sort of where I'd be putting him more than anywhere else. And we're obviously value betting the nuts. He calls, so I hate that. Every time I get the nuts in a straight, I swear to God it runs off in a 4-card straight. And I just don't ever, you know, whatever. So it sucks when he shows up with king jack, but whatever. We're obviously hoping he didn't bank one and ace 7. Wow. Okay. There you go. Call the time bank down there. Sixes, we're calling. We're folding here. We're folding here. We're going to give up on the deuces. And we're just going to raise that up. I just wasn't sure where I was sitting, like chip stack wise, if I should be shoving that or just calling. And we're obviously not folding ace queen with just over 20 bigs. So it's either going to be, if we get 3-bet, we're shoving. If we get shoved on, we're calling. And we're c-betting this board with lots of equity. And this is a great spot to be in with aces. So we're just going to pop it up to Buck City. And hopefully somebody will shove it. And we're going to call there, I guess. Kind of a call against an under the gun open. But, you know, obviously we're not folding aces. And we hope to hold. Ace, 9, 10, jack, and we do. 9, 10, jack, queen. Yeah, we hold. And check there. Fold to king 5. So I got some live tournaments coming up shortly. Not Montreal, but close to Montreal. I'll be heading there for a couple tournaments. In between Ottawa and Kingston, there's a place just on like this side of the American border where there's a Winter Classic that's coming up. I think that's early February. I should probably check into that. Be playing those. Obviously not part of the bankroll unless we go on a sick heater and like, you know, get up to like a couple thousand, and then we might just take a shot at one of the tournaments or something. But with that said, I'll be playing in all of them. I might even sell pieces of the big event, like the main event is a deep stack $650 buy-in, I think. So I'll be playing in that. So I might sell some pieces of that, just because I'm cheap and I don't feel like shipping $650 for one tournament. So I don't mind selling some pieces of that. It's really a weak field, which is awesome. It's usually first prize is usually around 7,000 or 8,000. The field is just it's just amazing. It is like taking candy from a baby, especially in that turn. In that that should have been erased unless I got 3-bet. Especially in that particular game, because it's like, I don't even know. It's just terrible players. Like, it's literally like taking candy from a baby, and it's a deep stack. Like, you start with like 20K in chips, and like people don't know how to play poker there. Like, everybody, you play the cash games, and everybody literally limps every single hand. Like, if somebody raises, like, they have like jacks plus every time. It's wild. Nobody 3-bets, etc. Like, it's very straightforward. So you play a very, very small ball kind of style, and you just don't risk chips. You know, like it's so the players are so bad. It's at like that point where like not getting it in with aces pre-flop is like almost plus EV because that 20. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's that bad. Like the fields are that weak. Oh, strike. Obviously raising that up. So how long have we been recording here? 20 minutes. So that's kind of a decent sized YouTube video, I would say. So we got these two tournaments grinding out. I will obviously start recording again if I make the final table on one of these tournaments for our, because all of this is obviously going to growing our bankroll. The bankroll grind we're on right now. And yeah, so we've got on a bit of a little tear here. We're at 3 buy-ins so far, so that's good. Don't want to get cocky though, because it drops all the time. Doesn't take much, right? Couple run bads, couple of bad hands, etc., etc. 10-7 of hearts, we'll pop that up. King 5, we'll fold that. The ace 10 here, I'm gonna go ahead and call, given how deep we are. That's something you also have to be careful with in these Zoom tables, is people get massive stacks, and that's something I'm also not used to because I've never really played a ton of like deep stack play. I just don't believe this guy, so I'm just gonna pop him. Fuck it. So you want to be careful with that. You want to be like 3-betting with hands that can make the nuts. That's kind of one of the most important parts when you're playing in like deep stack tournaments, or deep stack like cash games. King 10 of spades or diamonds suited. I have 20 bigs. We'll call that. Ace 4 will raise. Here I'm just gonna check now that that ace hits because I'm kind of nervous. I'm not really sure what he would have. Could have ace jack. It'll be interesting to see if he wants to fire at me here. So he does check back that ace. And we just have absolutely nothing there, unfortunately. So I guess when he checks, we value it and fold to a raise. Nice. I'd like to see what he had, though. King jack. Okay, so we got lucky on the turn there. That's fine. Look me in the eyeball. Oh, hey, look. We flopped the boat. We flopped the boat. All right. Ace jack. We will ISO call. Queens, we will check and let him continue, hopefully barreling turn. We're just going to fold to that 3-bet, and he checks, so we just have to try to get something, some sort of value out of him. And he calls, so that's great. Now we hope he river to flush. Did that guy fold? Wow. Well played, sir. Shove, 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 shove. Fuck. I'm in a great spot for him to have pocket 10s. 7-4-0, fold that. 6-7 off. I'm gonna go ahead and whatever, I'll fold. Okay. Here's a great spot to squeeze. We're squeezing against the small blind. That'll put us in position post flop. So that's great. That's a perfect situation to be in. Unfortunately, he doesn't call, but we still take it down. So again, that's fine. And we're gonna check this flop. Definitely one you could argue that you should always be continuation betting on because you're going to do it with air. But I'm okay checking that because I doubt there's not much he's going to call me with. It's worse. There's no draws out there. All I could have is an ace or an 8 realistically, and we beat one of those. So it's kind of meh. And if we check turn, we can get bluffed. We can make some value off that. He can pick up a smaller pocket pair that he doesn't want to fold. He can pick up a draw, so on and so forth. So. And we're just like going to town on this guy up here. Really deep stacked. We do have to be cautious though about stacking off to him even when we have second set because obvious reasons. So here we're sitting on queens with 3, 6, 9, 12 with a very healthy stack. So we're going to pop this to 1500 and just not fold to anybody. obviously. We get called. That's interesting. And we're just going to jam here, which is perfect with the aces. We're not going to call an open shove of $2. Every goddamn time I play a hand. So we got a limp, bet, call, donk bet, min, and a fold. And we're going to pop this because I don't want to just like call 300, call 600, call 1500 or something retarded and lose to like a king on the turn. Hold. Fade it. Ugh. Every time. I don't remember the last time I won with aces in a tournament. It's fine. It's better than losing, but whatever. So he min-bets turn. I repop him again, and he calls. He's definitely got an ace. There's nothing we can do about it. So, whatever. No. But we will try to win this pot, though. If he disconnects and hopefully times down, we'll just bet. So that's unfortunate about those pocket tens. That would have been a nice like boost to our chip stack. Brought us up to 40 bigs is what it would have done. And we got top pair here. We raised apparently, so we're going to raise. Obviously, we're going to bet with top pair. Stay disconnected. I need these chips. The 10 deuce are folding. The queen 8, we're going to go ahead and fold. Ace king, obviously, we're raising that up. I wonder if he disconnects if I bet if he gets another like bankroll timer, because that would be really annoying. We obviously can't fold there with ace 4, given how much equity we're getting to call and see a flop. There's arguments that could be made for 29 cents. We'll just stack off, whatever. Nice. So he timed out. We took that pot down. I'm okay with that. It's kind of dirtbag, but kind of had to happen. So he kind of needed the chips. All I feel like you've been down the same road. You'll hear me randomly singing, but I'm pretty sure I have to mute or delete the audio file with the music because they tried to. You could barely even hear it. It's barely even audible, and they copyrighted my last video for all the music in it, which is kind of ridiculous. So I'll be deleting that track. So if you hear me singing random songs, don't judge too hard. Might be going to Vegas soon. That's new. Soon is like January 20th, I think, roughly. Oh, for fuck's sakes, I couldn't even have any kind of equity. Roughly around then, anyways. There's a construction like seminar thing or whatever. So we're gonna min bet here and hope he like shoves because we luck boxed the nuts here. And we hope he doesn't have a king, and we flop the nuts and run into a boat in a fucking big blind versus small blind hand. Huh. That is lucky, sir. Oh well, what else do you do? Oops, that's annoying. Yeah, so we flop the nizzles and we just get screwed on the runner, unfortunately. And we got an interesting situation that we're folding to. Bet 16. Oh, another runner streak. Don't let me phone up. and bet. And value betting that, and just C betting that, and folding that, fast fold that. It's the first fast fold I've had in a while. And value betting. And we're gonna pop that. And the hearts run out, but we're obviously value betting still. There's tons of worse hands in his range, so that's just how she goes. And we bet out here, and we raise that. The queen four, we kind of just limped because everybody else limped. But four-handed, I doubt I can steal this pot, so I'm going to check. Queen, king of diamonds, we're going to bet. Here, we're just going to jam. Yeah, we're going to fold that, we're going to fold that. We're going to bet one more. Nah, we're going to check. And we're going to bet here. We're going to time bank that. We see bet, he repops me. We're really deep. I'm going to go ahead and call. And we check back turn. We're going to go up there. We're going to pop that. Fold here. So he check raised. And then check back this turn. I'm going to go ahead and take a free card. I can get a jack or any diamond to give us the best hand. So let's take a free card. That sucks. So no, we didn't hit anything there, which is unfortunate. Good. Everything's going the right direction. Now, what do we want to do here? Jeepers, we're getting like open shoved on by random shit a lot. Man, it's tempting to bet here. I don't want to check, but I don't want to get called by an ace. Call the nines. We're just gonna check here. Yeah, that sucks. I don't think he wasn't folding there though, so I'm okay with the check. And obviously we're kind of giving up here on this middle position on. And we're just gonna check the jack queen because I don't remember what happened pre-flop. And value betting the ace king. Very much value betting the ace king. Fold the 9-3. And king 6 suited, raise, fold, fold, ace 10 against an all in. And all we're really worried about is chips in here. I'm going to go ahead and jam my 16K. That's great. I'm happy with that. I don't really care if anybody else calls at this point. Oh, same. Whatever. Chop it. It's a chop. Your body. Fold the deuces. 6-7 off. We're going to fold that. The king jack. I raised him. He called. We're obviously c-betting. 6 deuce folding. Fold the ace 9. Fold that. So we c-bet, then hit the king. So I'm going to go ahead and bet again. Puts me ahead of some of his range, anyways, and puts me ahead of everything other than an ace, basically. And he's just going to fold a lot on the turn, so I'm okay with that. Like, I don't like checking there. Even though I'm like, when I bet, he's gonna call with hands that beat me and fold hands that I beat. But like, I don't know. I kind of get in a gross spot when I like, if I check there and he bets, and then it's kind of like, you know. So, you know, obviously value bet that. There's value 3-bet there. fold, fold, raise, value bet. Go to sleep now. All right, so Jesus, I'm dying. I swear to God, I've been sick for like months. All right, so we've increased our bankroll here today by 750 so far. Hopefully that continues to go in the right direction. The nines, we'll probably just take a stab and then shut her down, and we'll probably raise these up. 9 of diamonds, 3 hearts out there, 2 overcards. Jack 10, oh, against a button open with really deep stacks. If that was suited, I would call. It's not suited, I'm going to call anyways. We hit our 10. It's great. We're just giving up here in the top left because it's whatever. Deuce 9 fold. Queen Jack, C-bet, turn 2 pair, value bet. Queen King, raise, deuces, C-bet. He comes back over the top. Call. River, make it look like a value bet, or blocking bet, sorry. Obviously calling ace-5 suited. That's fantastic. And we turn it straight, value bet. Queen King, continuation bet, ace-5 on a 10-jack queen board. Not fantastic. So he bluffed on us and gave up. And we value bet this river, obviously, with the jack queen, check here. 3-bet the queen 8 of diamonds. 3-bet the ace-5 offsuit. Queen king of diamonds, we'll go ahead and check it. Fold the ace-5 of diamonds down here. Take me with you, I start to miss you. Take me with you, I start to miss you. And we get a fantastic flop, which we are c-bet not folding. And we're c-betting here and double barreling because he's calling all the time. I don't know why I checked that flop. That's kind of stupid. And I don't really think I can win the pot now. And under the gun, what's going on here? He raises to 9. I got ace-9 suited. We will 3-bet that and fold here because we fucked up. And he calls. We're going to make a small barrel here and then, oops. Yeah, I fucked that up. So that's annoying. Alright guys, so I'm going to shut this video down, I think. So follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the video, follow me on Instagram, check out my Twitch feed that's going up right now. Grind It Out is going well. We have basically, well, we have now doubled the bankroll. So and that's been, what, 3, 4, 5 days, something like that. So we're up to $100, deposited 50, going pretty well, I would say. And yeah, so I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to keep the grind on. Just flip over to Twitch if you want to check that out. There'll be a bit of a space, obviously, as I get Twitch set up, but same sessions, same tournaments, same grind. All right, we'll see you over there, and we'll see you next time.